I've had this Gravey Compact Pro 44. This is a commercial style since 2012. So that was 11 years ago, almost 12 years ago. I've never had a problem with it. I've just normal wear and tear, me abusing it. Things have busted here and there, but nothing failed engine-wise or anything like that. But I did have a problem recently where I'm seeing oil all around the back here leaking out. Just happened this summer. I did an oil change in the spring. I could not figure out why is this thing leaking, and it was leaking a decent amount. There was a decent amount of oil showing up on this floor, and this floor's got the coating on it, so it's easy to wipe it up and to see how much was leaking. Well, I've since removed the whole back cover here. So that back cover looks like this. It's got, I got some wood boards on there for mounting different things, but it's a pretty extensive cover that connects onto the back, acts as a bumper, protects the muffler here, as you can see, and whatever. Well, what I found is it was full of crud because I don't ever wash this thing. I just blow it clean. I don't ever get it wet. I rarely use it when it's wet outside. But I usually would just hit it with a leaf blower after every time I use it, blow off the fans over the hydro gears, keep it all nice and clean in terms of just dry and dust-free just by using the blower. But I had a ton of buildup over the years of just crud here from oil seepage from different spots where a small four-stroke motor like this is going to do that. You're going to have some greasy mess here and there a little bit. Well, to figure out where this thing was leaking from, I power washed the whole back of it. So you look at it now, I mean, you could eat off this thing. It's so clean. I got all the crud out of the fins. There was crud in the fins here on this side, pretty bad. Like I said, 12 years of really not ever cleaning it with a hose ever, and had a lot of crud on it. So nice and clean now, all dry. I went through and power washed the whole thing, and then I just parked it. And now I'm looking, and there's like no leak. So I'm trying to figure out where the heck was that coming from. And I'm not seeing anything in here that's got any leakage. It's just not there. And it's full on oil. I checked the oil level, and I really haven't lost much of any, but nothing. I went up underneath. I'm looking. I'm not really seeing anything. This is the hose for the oil drain line for when you change your oil. It drips out of there. That was never really dripping anything. And what I'm guessing is that when I changed the oil and I popped out the oil filter, which is right here, there's really no easy way to do that without making a bit of a mess. And the oil does drip down here at the bottom on this plate. And since I had so much of that built up just crud in here all throughout it, and I wish I had a picture of it from before, but I don't. I think it's just that oil that leaked from the initial oil change here this spring just seeped into all this crud, and that's why it was dripping in different places. It had just crud coming out all over the place. And, I've only mowed maybe 10 times this summer because it just wasn't that big of a growing season for me here. So I wasn't mowing a heck of a lot, but that's all I can figure is, hey, when I change the oil and when that filter, it's black, right there, leaked out, that crud just seeped into this thing, got to a level where when it was hot and really hot this summer, it was just dripping out because it was just loosening up that oil enough to flow all the way to the ground. I checked it to make sure that the oil filter was tight. I checked the drain and fill, the fill cap here, make sure that was on correct. Everything's good to go. But, it's been sitting for 2 weeks now, and typically after a couple days, it would start to drip again after I cleaned up the floor. But I got nothing. So, hey, if your lawnmower is leaking, you can't figure out why, give this a try. Power wash it, clean everything off best you can, spray it all over the place, get all that crud out of there, and then give it some time. See if it leaks and see if you got a problem. I think I'm good to go, and this kind of luck hardly ever comes my way. So I'm pretty happy to not have to be digging into this motor. I'm religious about changing the oil every year, but this is the 1 year that I think I made a mess and it just started to make a drip. Hey, I hope this video was helpful. I hope this information was useful to you. And as always, I hope you have a great day.